Hello my friends, welcome to Talk to Me Tuesday for Tuesday, June 28th, 2022. This is Jennifer. Well, I guess we'll start by saying it's been a week. I do have an update on my foot situation. I went to the urgent care injury specialist on Tuesday last week and nothing is broken, but because of the surgery that I had in 2020 that fused bones in my foot and plus all the hardware I have, just rolling my ankle, as my son put it, I don't have shock absorbers anymore, so it caused a lot of stress in the center of my foot and I actually had some tissue damage in the middle of my foot. So I didn't realize I was hurt for a couple of days and I went about my business as usual, and that's partially because I have a lot of nerve damage in that foot and I didn't know that I was hurt until it started swelling. So that is definitely a problem and something to think about for the future. I am in a boot. I'm back in my surgery boot from 2020, which, guys, I almost cried when I found out I had to put this damn boot back on. So I am 10 days minimal weight bearing, which means I will be off of my crutches, which I didn't include, off of my crutches, and I'm using my scooter in the house because I still have my scooter from 2020, and I will be off of those on Saturday. Whether or not I have to wear the boot is contingent on whether or not my foot is still swelling. It's better. It's definitely improving, but it's still swelling, and like I said, I don't have the same pain guide because I have a lot of feeling loss in that foot. So, was about 2 minutes is way too much to talk about my foot, so let's go into something that's more fun. I showed you guys last week that I crocheted a corner-to-corner baby blanket for the Linus Connection that I turned in at our last meeting, and I have continued. I'm sort of obsessed with this corner-to-corner crochet thing. I had never done it in this way before. It's so easy. The highest you have to count to is 6, and it's so easy to do when you're just sitting and you know, watching a movie or listening to a podcast or whatever. It's very easy to let your mind wander while you're doing it. So I have made 3 dishcloths, which I didn't make these first, but I'm going to show them first because they're the smallest. I've made 3 corner-to-corner dishcloths. This yellow one is for someone in my life who loves yellow. And then I have a green one. And then I also made this corner-to-corner, which is a single crochet. This is the kind that I used to make, where you just crochet in the back loop. So I think it's the back loop, doesn't matter. You crochet in the loop of one side consistently so you get the ridges. The reason I made so many is my daughter took knitting back up again. She started knitting when she was like 11 or 12. But she started knitting again after she finished her master's degree because she has a little free time, and we're going to do a dishcloth swap. In addition to the dishcloths, I went through all of my yarn. There wasn't actually that much. I keep my yarn in an IKEA bin. I know you guys have seen these before, but I keep it in a bin like this. This one's had some repairs. This is actually orphan blocks, but my yarn's on the other side of the room. But I keep my yarn in a bin like that, and I try not to have more yarn than will fit in that bin because I don't crochet as much on a regular basis as I used to. So I went through all of my yarn. I took some out that is going to go away that I bought for a sweater that was a very fine, like finger weight yarn. And then I also found some sport weight acrylic that I had bought also for a sweater, and this was all 2020 when I was sitting in bed all day long crocheting after surgery. And this one I did manage to turn into a baby blanket. So these are all earth tones. This is Brava from Knit Picks. So yeah, anyway, these were all in the same family of yarn, and like I said, I was going to make a sweater and I never did. So this is one blanket for Linus ready to go. Continuing in the same vein, using the same pattern and whatever yarn I could find that kind of went together, I made one more blanket, and this one is definitely a baby blanket. So this is also corner to corner, and this is whatever I had left. I used all of the pink, all the yellow, most of the teal. Actually, yeah, I might have used all the teal. Most of the teal, and then all the white I have, to the point that, let me see if I can find it. It's a good sign that I can't. I don't know if you can tell, but I ran out of white about there, so it gets just a hair darker. I went to an off-white just because I had like 18 inches left, and so I just finished it in off-white, and this one is done. Just needs labels, also ready for Linus. I also got some really good mail, which was very cheering. A few weeks ago, I had asked Jules if she would make a couple of stickers for my husband and I, because she has a Cricut maker, and we had purchased, we are giant Time Team nerds, and if you don't know what Time Team is, it is a British archaeology show that's like a reality show. I don't do reality shows, but it's like, that's kind of the vein where it's like, they have 3 days to dig an archaeological site and figure out everything they can figure out. And we've been watching this since we were in college. In 2018, we actually went to Dig Ventures Dig Fest in Lindisfarne in the UK. And like, anyway, we're giant Time Team nerds. It's an archaeology thing. And we had purchased their licensed car decals, which melted on our cars because they were made for the UK and not for Texas. So, I mean, they literally just like melted. We stuck them on our cars and they just shrank and like a shrinky dink, and ended up just being able to pluck it off because it just... Anyway, so I had asked Jules if she would make us some vinyl decals for our cars, and she did. So yeah, this is mine. I haven't put it on my car yet for obvious reasons. My husband's already put his on his car. I love them so much. She did a great job. They're perfect. I am such a nerd. Anyway, I love this, Jules, so thank you. She also, because she was sending this to me, I guess she needed this for safe packaging. She also sent me this book that I had not seen before. It's a Texas Heritage Quilt Society book. It's pretty cool. It's a historical quilt book. It's signed, I'm assuming, by the contributors or like a yearbook. I haven't actually looked to see if these names match up with the names in the book, but that's pretty cool. I'm assuming this is the people who put the book together. But anyway, thank you for this, Jules. I only own maybe 2 quilt books because I designed so much of my own stuff that I just haven't kept many of the books that I've used over the years. And I have this habit of giving things away. It's something I've done my entire life. If I have a thing that I don't necessarily need anymore, or someone needs it more than me, I tend to give it to them. So most of my quilt books have gone to other people. So I think now I have 3. The other mail I got was from Abby, and it was super sweet. She wrote me a note saying that she hoped that some sort of instant projects would help me get going again once I'm back on my feet. And she sent me, there are 3 panels. I'll just show you a peek. So I got 3 panels. This one is super cute. My friend Janice will love this one. I love this one too because it has turtles and frogs. And then this one, which just needs some side borders. She sent me some orphan blocks, which will go in my orphan block collection. But she also sent me 2 almost completed quilts. So this one, I think she said, Abby, I lost the card. It's on the floor somewhere. I think she said this was the first thing she quilted when she got her handy quilter, like her practice quilt. And it's quilted, it's trimmed, and she even sent the binding. So I literally just need to bind this one. This one I'm tickled by. She said this was supposed to be for her nephew. It's a baby quilt, and her nephew is going to be a senior. So she never finished it. She said she didn't know what she was doing when she made it, but I think it's sweet, and it probably just needs a little bit of quilting. It's been pillowcased, so I'm guessing you're probably planning to tack it or whatever, Abby. So I might just unpillowcase it because it still has the opening in the bottom. I might just unpillowcase it and then quilt it and then put some binding on it. So anyway, thank you, Abby. That was really sweet of you to send me some like just add water sort of projects. I do have one other thing to talk about that has actually been in this entire video, but I'm getting close to like 12 minutes before editing, and I'm gonna leave it out and talk to you about it when I've had time to play with it. I think that's it for me. I hope my lighting has been a little better this week. I moved a lamp right there because the sun is on the back of my house in the morning, and so all of my fantastic lighting happens in the afternoon, and I always record in the morning almost without exception. So yeah, anyway, I hope the lighting's a little better this week. If it's not, let me know and I'll figure something else out. I think we're gonna call it done for now, and guys, take care of yourselves. Big hugs and lots of love to everyone out there in the world right now. There's just so much going on that I can't even begin to touch on here because, again, this is my craft vlog. This is not my opinion on everything happening all of the time. So I do have those, I just don't share them here. Have a wonderful week, have a crafty week. All of my love to you guys. Please share a video. Let me know what you think about whatever I shared today in the comments, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.